Hi everybody, I'm here reporting on last night's game where Scotland lost inevitably 1-0 to Hungary, and so we are out of the Euros. And this time it's not glorious failure, it's ignominious failure. I'm pretty sure that every football fan in Europe will be relieved, if not ecstatic, that we've exited the tournament, because we must be the most boring, unattractive, pathetic team in the whole tournament. Lack of attacking prowess, lack of intent. We seem just to be happy to keep the ball, don't let a goal in, and maybe something will happen near the end. Maybe VAR will give us something, or it'll be another own goal. So, not a great night. But they'll probably get away with it, especially a boring, monotonous manager, Steve Clarke, because already he's moaning about the penalty. Okay, it probably should have been a penalty at nothing each, and who knows, we might have held on to a 1-0. But an Argentinian referee, that's normal, tackles for them in the box in Argentina. Why UEFA's employing a South American referee at a European tournament? Who knows? Must be another bribe, probably. But anyhow, apart from that, and of course, Donkey Hanley, he had I think our only shot on target. He had the best chance of the game near the end, and the goalie did well to save it, but it wasn't a brilliant shot. But at least he put a shot on target, so well done to him. So, boring game. Started and kept going until what, about 80th minute, 80 odd minutes, whereas where we just happy to have possession, pass it about, hardly any forward passes, forward runs, just keep possession, keep them away from our goal if we could. And that's fine if you start like that for 10 minutes just to get your way into the game. Don't let them have any momentum. Keep them quiet. They might start to doubt themselves. That's all very well, but it just continued like that the whole game until the last, 15 minutes. That's including 10 injury time minutes. In the first half, we didn't even have a shot at goal, never mind on target. Apparently, we're the only team in the tournament who has played 3 games and in each of them not had a shot at goal in the first half. So that sums us up. That sums up how disgraceful a manager and a team plan we have. Well, that one shot came in the 50 something minute, if you can call it a shot in inverted commas, because the useless Shea Adams cut in from the left, 20 yards out, and he fired it miles over the bar, and that was our first attempt at goal. That sums it up. In the meantime, in the first half, they had a shot from 20 odd yards that Gunn had to parry. They had 2 or 3 shots that thankfully they blasted wide or over, and they had a header that should have gone in the net, hit off the top of the bar, and maybe the guy was offside anyhow, who knows. It probably would have stood, knowing our luck. But anyhow, at least they had 4 or 5 efforts at goal. They weren't much better. They were as cagey as us, trying to catch us on the break, which, as I say, they did a few times. So, terrible first half, absolutely disgraceful. Even the BBC panellists were all saying what we were all thinking, but obviously the manager wasn't, because he sent them out in the second half to do exactly the same as they had for the first 45 minutes. So nothing happening in an attacking sense until we got to about 80 odd minutes. By this time, I think he'd put all his subs on, even took the wonderful Robertson off and had Kenny McLean playing at left back. So he really threw the dice and lost, obviously, which is typical of us. But too little, too late. Even in that exciting period, that 90th minute onwards was where probably the Scots fans had their only excitement in the whole tournament, if you don't count the 2 own goals, because we were off our seats, we were shouting at the TV. Hanley had a shot that was on target, the goalie saved it, but Donkey Hanley's the last guy you want to have a shot at goal when you're needing one. Lewis Morgan on for as a late entrant to the tournament, should never have been picked in the first place. He was in the box, got the ball, he should have had a shot, but no, he dithers, then he tries to dribble with it and just loses it. So that was a total waste of space. Couple of flurries in that extra time where we didn't get a shot on target and it was blocked or just fizzled out, all that kind of stuff. But at least we had a few moments of excitement, which is all you can say, because the whole tournament has been lacking in that from the Scottish point of view. And inevitably we would get the sucker blow right at the end. I mean, in the last 15 minutes, the Hungarians must have had, 2-3 shots with a gun, had to make a decent save. One that looked net bound and hit the post, so we were saved. And then the killer blow in the 100th minute. That's the only way to do it for us, isn't it? To go 100 minutes without losing a goal, and then lose one right at the end of the game, last kick of the game. So that came from a Scottish corner, no surprise there either. The ball was headed back into the middle. Callum McGregor took it down well in his chest, was about to shoot. I don't know if it get through all the bodies in front of him, but it was blocked. 2 passes later, it's in the halfway line. There's the Lewis Morgan sub. All he has to do is foul the guy, do a rugby tackle if you have to, do anything. It doesn't matter if you get sent off or booked or whatever. But no, he runs away from him, and then he does a diagonal pass to the right wing, and there's the useless Christie letting it run right across him, so that the guy can run on to it towards our goal. Christie runs back, I'll give him that, but then he's in position, the guy cuts it back, and again it goes past Christie, doesn't stick out a leg to deflect or anything, straight on to the unrushing forward who just smashes it into the net. Game over. So what a way to lose. Wouldn't have mattered anyhow. A draw wouldn't have got us through to the knockouts anyway. It was just have been a face saving. Oh, 2 draws and a defeat to the hosts. Oh, what a great tournament. No, Steve, nobody's thinking that. Most people are thinking, get rid of this guy, because nothing will change. He's a Kilmarnock style manager who, if they drew every week, would be delirious with joy. But no, he's not a Scottish international manager, so get rid of him. We've got enough good players, and we've got enough young and up and coming players to actually maybe be better in the next tournament, but only with a different manager. But I can't see the SFA sacking him. When you think about the team, nobody was really bad. Well, maybe Shea Adams, anonymous as usual. Nobody was good or even brilliant, but most of them did their best. They tried hard, they worked hard. Even here's a shout out for fat Tony Ralston. That was his best game. He did 3 or 4 decent things and he didn't make any major blunders. So good on him for staying the course. He was better than our captain Robertson, whose crossing and lack of ability to get up to the other end was a total disgrace. And the only reason we're playing 2 wing backs is to get them up the wings and get crosses in or have a shot at goal, and Ralston's not capable of that, and Robertson hardly did it this tournament. So well done Tony, you outshone our poor captain. Everybody else was okay, I would say. Even Hanley was okay. The goalkeeper did well in this game when he was called upon, but the manager didn't even start with the proper team, just stuck to the same old formation, same players. No Shankland until 10 minutes from the end or whatever. McCrory not at right back, didn't change formation. The only reason we play the 3 at the back is to shoehorn Tierney into the team, so we always have 2 left backs. So wrong formation, wrong players picked. Too late making changes. All the panellists in the BBC studios, as well as the fans, were crying out for a couple of changes at half time. Not Stevie Boy. He keeps with the same dross until it's desperate, and he throws them all on practically at the same time in the last 15 minutes of the game. So terrible tournament, terrible games, with the most boring, unattractive team in the tournament. A humiliation has ended just because our tournament has ended, because if we'd got into the next round, the knockout round, it'd have been more of the same. So bye-bye Steve, I hope, and let's hope we do get a new manager who'll actually play younger players and be more adventurous in his tactics. And if you're going to go down, at least go down the way the Georgians or the Albanians do, with people thinking they're actually not a bad team, they can play football, they have a go, good on them. Nobody's thinking that about us. We're just deservedly out of the tournament, as usual, at the group stage. Roll on, the World Cup.